What's up, guys? Today I'm comparing the Sony RX10 Mark IV with the Canon EOS RP. So if I were to go out and try to shoot the same type of photos with the EOS RP that I could do with this Sony RX10 Mark IV, I would have to have this 35mm lens, and then I'd have to have a 600mm f11, and I've also got that 24 to 240, and I still wouldn't have all the different focal ranges that this has, but I would cover a similar focal range. I mean, really all I'd have to have is the 24 to 240 and that 600, and I could get most of the same shots. But with this, you can also get macro shots at 24 and at 600. So, I mean, that's impossible to replicate with a full frame camera. But this macro lens that's a 35mm, it's pretty good. I enjoyed this out taking photos of bugs and stuff like that. But I found myself grabbing this out of the bag a lot just to, you know, get photos of birds and stuff like that. Now, if I was just shooting with this camera, I wouldn't have to really switch at all. So convenience wise, the Sony RX10 is better than anything on the planet right now. But as far as image quality, the full frame sensor is so much better. So you can take so many photos, you can capture so many different things with that RX10, but the quality is so bad sometimes that I don't even want to share it. But when I take something with that EOS RP, I know that I can really depend on it to have a good quality. That 24 to 240, if you're using JPEGs or if you're correcting them in Lightroom, it's got some great images. The 600 if you have really good light. And this 35 is one of my favorite lenses, if not my favorite lens of all time that I've ever owned. It's just so versatile, being able to do macro shots and then portraits and vlogs. So this is a phenomenal camera if you're just using it for Instagram. But if you're going to be printing it or blowing it up, you know, that 1-inch sensor is just not going to stack up next to a full frame camera. So I think if you're going hiking, an EOS RP with the 24 to 240 will do most everything. If you really want to take photos of birds, 240 is not going to be long enough unless you're really close. You'd have to get that 600mm, and that lens is pretty small. It's not nearly as compact as this little thing, but I mean, it's pretty compact for a 600mm full frame lens. So I'm thinking the EOS RP is a pretty good value. People are always saying stuff like, yeah, $1,000 is a good deal, but it's not a good deal if it's not a good value. But I mean, this is a decent value. It gets some good quality images. And I can get good photos with this Sony, but it's a lot harder. You have to really try, because that small sensor, it doesn't let in a lot of light. So you have to really mess with it. You can't really do anything with a 600mm lens in the dark after sunset with this, for sure. So I'm gonna go with the RP as being a better deal. It's about the same price as this camera, so these setups are pretty similar in price. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, reviews, tutorials, and videos about what I'm learning as I grow as a filmmaker, hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.